Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco, and welcome to what I'm going to call my Mega Mission. Now, those of you who've been with my channel for a long time know that Mega Man is a series of video games that is close to my heart, and yet I am terrible at them, just absolutely awful. And on top of that, despite the amount of time I've spent playing and thinking about and various other things in relation to Mega Man, I have never beaten a single Mega Man game. I do believe, however, that it is possible. In fact, I've seen other people do it. So we're going to see if, after 26 years on this Earth, I've developed the skills required to defeat Mega Man. Now, Mega Man is almost exactly as old as I am, so let's see which one of us has improved the most with age, we'll say. Now, also of interest today is the fact that I'm trying out a new recording setup. I'm going to be trying to keep these videos a little bit short. This is going to be both like a little bit of a quick one-off type thing, but also going to be adjusting the audio setup, see if I can improve that for myself and for you guys. But I think that's enough about nothing, so let's start playing Mega Man. Now, this title screen is a little bit lackluster, and so I'll be honest, but I think things are going to pick up as soon as I press start. Ah, yes, the glory of the 8-bit age. Now, of important note, I'm playing this through the Virtual Console on the Wii U because they recently released these games for the Virtual Console on the Wii U. Now, let me just check something real quick. I don't know if I'm able to, excellent. The Wiimote controller will work with this, so I get to play it like an old-school NES game. It's exactly what I was looking for. Now, this is the only one of the Mega Man series, or the 8-bit series at the very least, that does not give you an initial starting screen with like a wily face in the middle and 8 Robot Masters. We only have 6 this time. Robot Masters being the technical term for the bad guys with some sort of weapony themed noun followed by the word man. Now, having watched an excessive amount of the 80s cartoon of Mega Man, there's Cutman and Gutsman. They're sort of the Team Rocket of the franchise, so I assume one of these would be the easiest opponent to take on with no other weapons. And considering that he won't have access to the puns that made his character what he was in the series, I think Cutman is probably our go-to start. So let's see what happens when I try to take on Cutman. I believe this is also the only one in the franchise that sort of gives you a point total, and oh wow, just playing this feels amazing. Now, I never owned original Mega Man at all, so this is an entirely new experience to me. I've seen this game played. Again, I watched a lot of Let's Plays in my own right, which is sort of how I got into doing them in the first... Leave me alone! Which is how I got into doing them in the first place, so Mega Man being a game that I never beat and had a lot of interest in, it's one of the first ones I looked towards when I was looking at games to watch. So I know a reasonable amount about Mega Man, despite the fact that I have not beaten any Mega Man game. However, the individual aspects of controls and things like... Good lord, there's so many lasers on the screen right now, it's ridiculous. I also don't... These power-ups are textured differently than they are in later games, which I'm more familiar with, so I don't actually know which one is health and which one is weapon power-up, but it's looking like the purple one recharges your weapons. Oh, I've accidentally hit some sort of terrible button. Close is 1. Terrific. Yeah, so purple looks like the thing I don't want, because what I want right now is health. Yeah, I don't appear to be gaining any health back when I'm picking those up. Typically, I have no way of shooting that. So the Mega Man game I have the most experience playing is 6, which anyone who knows Mega Man fairly well is sort of lauded as like the bad Mega Man, which is kind of funny to me. But I always loved... Oh god, there's scissors coming out of the machine! And screws everywhere! Oh, good lord. Okay, so fun fact, these blocks here are the sort of thing that you can use the Gutsman power-up to use later on. Hopefully I'll have some occasion to show that off after beating Gutsman, assuming that's possible. I believe these are called octopus batteries. I don't know why. Yeah, the yellow one definitely seemed to restore a little bit of health just there. Alright, let's try to do this without getting killed. Okay, that's one down. Come on down. To the price is death. Okay, we're making good progress. Nothing has killed me so far. I've lost over half of my starting life total, which, you know, not super impressive. But again, I've never actually played this game. Oh god, the slowdown. Maybe a virtual console, but it sure does have the virtual lag to accompany it. Yeah, games like this had a lot of sprite business going on and not a lot of processing power to handle it, so lag and slowdown were not super uncommon. So, you know, it's pretty true to the original experience, I think. Oh, I can't duck. That one's gonna kill me. Can I get him? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and he gave me some health back. That's pretty important. Yeah, so I've like seen these levels played before. I certainly haven't memorized the layouts of them. It's a lot easier to do that having played them yourself, I suspect. So, you know, we're just gonna keep playing it by ear. Just gonna avoid that one, I think. It's probably not worth the trouble of trying to kill him. It seems especially difficult. Alright, let's get up the ladder. There's a lot of ladders in this level. I'm not sure why. It's Cutman level, not Ladderman level. Oh. There's sure a lot of these. What's the blue one do? Isn't that usually 3 types of power-ups? Usually there's health and weapon energy. I don't know what the blue one does. Especially not for the first game. Oh, maybe it's just points. Because again, there are points. Sort of forgetting to take that into account. Treating this like most of the other Mega Man games. I managed to accrue 8,000 points, so that's either good, bad, or indifferent. I have no frame of reference. I think beating Cutman is worth 60,000 points, so it's not that many points. Yeah, the blue looks like it's doing points. Here's some more life energy. It looks like a trap, but does not appear to be one. Pretty sure if I walked off this, I would just die. So let's just go down the ladder, see what else is waiting. Oh, that's a guy. Interesting. Oh, the UFO Hamburglar is still trying to attack me, even though he left. Left and came back. Haha, invincibility frames! You can't defeat me, Hamburglar. Right, there's a name for this guy. I don't remember what it is, but I know he's super scary. Damn it, I jumped right into him. That was not what I wanted to do. Just gonna ignore him. Pretty sure that is, again, easier than trying to kill him. Oh yes, here, this showcases this well. I'm pretty sure 1 is also the only Mega Man game in the franchise where there's like enemies in this hallway. It's sort of an established thing later on that the hallway's sort of like a safe zone. It's also like a checkpoint. So like when you get up to the boss, which is where these doors indicate that the boss is like basically coming up next. So it's both a checkpoint and it's sort of an indicator that we're at the end of the level, but normally there's no enemies in it. It's usually just one screen wide. Here it's longer than that, and there were a couple enemies in there that could have theoretically killed us, which is kind of dumb. Alright, so here's our first Robot Master, Cutman. Oh, he's got a cut boomerang on his head. Oh, I didn't dodge it that time. That's not as good. Oh, he does a lot of jumping. Apparently that's his like secondary special. I'm super dead, by the way. I have one little like blip of health, and that is what happens when you die. You'll get used to that sound effect. I'm sure there's a lot more of that coming up. So yeah. Oh, these guys respawn. It's delightful. Where's the yellow? That's a lesser healing power up. I'm not sure. Oh, points is not what I need. Okay, does this heal me? No, it's points or something. Okay. So, I'm going in at a disadvantage because of the enemies who have dealt me some damage. Normally you start with like the same amount of health as the Robot Master. I don't have any weapons to make this easier on myself, which is a slight problem. Oh, that didn't go exactly as I wanted, but oh, come on, you gotta jump. You gotta jump, bro. Oh, and he's not catching his own boomerang, which is kind of an interesting tactic on his part. Oh. Just sort of like floating around after him. It's kind of funny, actually. Oh, yeah, not super great at this. Not doing an awesome job, to be honest. Oh, yeah, there we go, dead again. Okay. I'm assuming you start with 3 lives, so this is probably my last shot at this without having to retry the stage. If that happens, I'll probably make a montage out of my attempt if interesting things happen along the way, but this is one of the simpler levels, I'm pretty sure, because again, Cutman is, I think, perhaps the easiest, like, Mega Man villain in the whole existence of continuity. That said, I'm doing a terrible job of fighting him. I also don't know, like, the don't know what to call it, like the weakness wheel of this game. It's sort of like a rock, paper, scissors thing that's happening in most of the Mega Man games, where like one boss's weapon is good against the other. God, I'm so bad at this. This is exactly what I was expecting to happen, and I literally just jumped into that attack. Just stay over there. You know what? Oh, just stay over there. Just stay over. Oh, did you see that? He had one blip of the health. Oh, good gracious. Alright, let's take another shot at this, shall we? Oh god, I'm off to a bad start. Hey, look at that. Taking care of those guys like I know what I'm doing. Except that I don't. Oh, no, dang it. Oh, God. How am I managing this? How am I managing to get hit by every possible shot from that stupid machine? Why am I doing this? Last time I had the smarter idea, not to do this. Got something back. So those guys just keep spawning, that's probably also good to know. No, didn't manage to avoid him. Yeah, he does a lot of damage, by the way. God, what is the name of that thing? I'm sure I know it. It's really embarrassing. Not that I'm actually an expert on this, as you can tell by the fact that I lost to Cutman with 3 lives. Yeah, not super great at this. But hopefully, you know, you got the gist of that going into this. Alright, let's take him on again. Don't have full health, so we're probably not going to beat him this time around. But I got really close last time, so I could totally do it, in theory. So, like, a lot of these Mega Man villains have, like, patterns to them. Like, movement patterns and attack patterns, and you can, like, learn to dodge them if you're not terrible at video games, but I'm pretty terrible at video games, let's be honest. You've seen me play something, maybe. Maybe this is the first game you're seeing. Oh, do you see that happen? I'm sort of glad I got that on camera. That is a thing that I'm pretty sure that can happen in other games too. But I'm not sure how many other Mega Man games that can happen in, because that's kind of a rarity. But I definitely died after killing him. I killed him that time. If I had had full health that time, I would have gotten him. But what I was saying about the attack pattern is, it doesn't seem like he's following a particularly strict pattern. Yep, couldn't dodge that. I seem to have gotten him back in the corner. That worked well for me before. He also gets, like, a lot of recoil damage. Or, not recoil damage, but he like, flies backwards when I shoot him. Look at that! Got him! Victory music. You don't necessarily need to get used to that. You're probably not going to be hearing that too often. But I've defeated my first Robot Master, and this is an accomplishment. Alright everyone, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first installment of my mega mission to try and beat my way through all of the Mega Man games that I could not manage to do as a child. Next time we will probably be figuring out which enemy is weak to Cutman. I'm pretty sure it's someone who I don't want to fight, so I got that going for me. Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please stay tuned for more, and, you know, if you're really feeling it, interact favorably with the social medias. Helps other people know what I'm doing, and lets them watch it too. It's cool for everyone, not just you and me. Especially for me, but for other people also, assuming that this is worth watching. Anyway, I will see you next time for episode 2, I guess.